Gallagher, well, they're already talking in terms of world title opportunities for him in the near future if he can get past this one. That just may be sales talk. We shall see. Maybe he needs a wee bit more time yet. Shepherd, you'll notice, who models himself on Tyson, in Tyson-like black trunks and black boots without any socks as well.
I think this one will really be a frantic start. There were big stares at each other before the fight, and the way Shepherd boxes, he really comes forward. He really wants to get close all the time.
Shepherd will be looking to overwhelm Gallagher with the volume of punches he throws. Look for Gallagher to be using his angles and speed. It's going to be pressure, pressure, pressure all the way from Shepherd. He'll walk in. Gallagher will be maybe looking to catch him on the counter as he does come in. Good fast hands of Gallagher there. Does rely a lot on the left hand to do his work, Gallagher, we've noticed. Shepherd looking to let go with those hooks close in. Gallagher covering up pretty well. Great atmosphere here inside this Erith Leisure Centre down by the Thames Estuary in Kent.
Shepherd really has to try and keep right on Gallagher's chest. He's got to keep as close as he can and use his physical body strength. Just try and wear Gallagher down. Shepherd is very, very strong.
Right uppercuts inside from Shepherd. Gallagher getting his elbows and gloves up well. Hard to see how many of those punches from Shepherd are actually getting through. The danger for Shepherd is getting caught on the way in. Hasn't been floored himself, Shepherd, since 1993. Those are good punches there from Gallagher. Although Shepherd comes back with a good right uppercut and then a right cross too.
Gallagher can't afford to get trapped on the ropes like that. He's got to try and give himself a little bit of room so he can get his punches going.
The jab, we feel, might be a very important weapon for Gallagher tonight in trying to keep Shepherd at bay, keep him off balance. And that's where Shepherd wants to be, close in. And this could be a very stiff examination for PJ Gallagher.
Shepherd really roughing Gallagher up on the ropes there. He's got to try and do this throughout the fight, Shepherd. Just try and keep him on the rope. Hit wherever you can, the arms, the chest, anything in the target area. Just to try and wear Gallagher down.
Left hook got home by Shepherd there, and a right uppercut too inside. Not landing with too much force. Pretty hard to score this is going to be, I think, because Shepherd is pulling Gallagher up against the ropes and letting the punches go, but a lot, I think, are hitting arms and gloves. Well, no such thing as a feeling out round for this. Welcome back to Erith in Kent. Live action for the British Super Featherweight Championship, which has been changing hands like a hand grenade in recent years on occasions. Great start to this fight.
Yes, very good start. I thought it would be really set off at a good pace, but I give that round just to Shepherd. I thought he was the busier, and that's the style that he wants. He's got to try and keep Gallagher against the ropes and keep working like that.
I think Shepherd here, whatever happens, is going to give us a really good idea of how much Gallagher has. And at the moment, Gallagher is being dragged into Shepherd's kind of fight. The challenger is the one who's setting the keynote here. Shepherd in the black trunks, remember, from Carlisle. Gallagher, who comes originally from Ireland, but based in North London, Wood Green.
Gallagher landing with a good right uppercut there. He's got to try and do what he's doing just now, just find a little bit more room to land his punches. He can't let Shepherd smother him too much.
Well, it's not as if these tactics that Shepherd is employing would have caught Gallagher by surprise. They must have trained for this.
Yes, they would have had. This is the way Charles Shepherd fights. He's got a great opportunity here. But Gallagher fighting very well off the ropes there. Good body punches.
almost McGuigan-like, those left hooks that he dug in there. Oh, right hand gets through, though, from Shepherd, left himself open, and he looks a bit rocked by that, I think, Gallagher. That reminded me of the time he was caught by Mingalaev a couple of fights ago. Just let the glove go down, and Shepherd hit him with the right hand, and Gallagher needed a bit of time, I think, for his head to clear from that. Well, British Championships may be a bit devalued these days from 30, 40 years ago, but I tell you, we've had some cracking fights for British title belts in the last year, 18 months on Sky Sports. This could be another. Oh, Gallagher hit by the right hand, and he's caught off balance, but Shepherd is beginning to get through.
Yes, he really means business here. He's fighting the right sort of fight. Gallagher is trying to get the room, trying to get the angles, but it's just constant pressure from Shepherd.
Good right uppercuts there from Gallagher as Shepherd tried to close the range on him. Ferocious start, frantic pace.
Good work there from Gallagher on the retreat, just managing to use the left jab just very shortly and use the left hooks.
Sharp work by Gallagher on the outside there, where he is the boss. Those are the two fighters after two frantic rounds of action for the British Super Featherweight Championship. PJ Gallagher on the left, with Colin Wilson doing the talking, who's been with him from his amateur days back at the Angel Amateur Boxing Club.
Shepherd again working well. I thought good right hand there from Shepherd. That was the one that really stung Gallagher. But I thought Gallagher just managed that round just to get his punches going a little more, just found a little more room.
Third round, again, good left hook by Shepherd, who really is fighting here from the depths of his soul. He needs this, he wants this so badly. He's failed in a British title attempt before. He knows his career can't afford to falter again at this level. And he's giving Gallagher a really hard time here, trying to break him with this pressure. Gallagher fighting cleverly, though, with his back to the ropes. Can Shepherd keep this up? He probably can. He's trained so very, very hard for it.
Yes, we heard how he's trained. It's really been a mammoth struggle in training. He's got to be in tremendous condition and very, very strong. But Gallagher just letting the arms go well, just scoring points inside now.
Good right round to the side of the head after the good body work from Gallagher. Neither man prepared to surrender the initiative. Oh, that's a superb right uppercut from Gallagher there. Class left hooks from Gallagher. Just the crisper work from him in this run, and a cut, I think. A cut by the right eye of Shepherd. Nothing much of a cut at the moment, but there's blood there nonetheless.
Shepherd again using his strength, just pulling forward, just trying to land round to the body and bring them hooks round to the head, just trying to take all the strength out of Gallagher.
Well, you can't take your eyes off this, I tell you. By the way, Shepherd did have a cut in his last fight in the closing stages of that, so maybe that's becoming a problem for him. Doesn't look much at the moment, frankly.
Good head work there from Shepherd, just making Gallagher miss with them 4 punches.
Both of them being caught by some pretty solid-looking punches. And you get the impression, the way this is going on, that something's got to give soon.
That's right, it's very difficult for Gallagher here. We knew this was going to be a tough fight, but really Shepherd is just pushing forward so hard. You were right, Ian, when you said this is going to answer some questions of Gallagher. This is a very tough fight for him. If
he can come through a grueling battle like this, and let his class come through. I think it might show that he really can compete towards the higher levels of the sport. But there's a way to go before those questions are answered. What a good round of boxing that was. Crowd very, very appreciative of what they're witnessing here. It's a good fight, Glenn.
Very good fight. Action all the way. These boys really want this title. Gallagher wants to keep it. He's doing his best. I think I give him that round, just working inside, lots of short little punches, and the uppercut was probably his best punch. He landed a very nice uppercut, just waited, really timed it so well, just as Shepherd went to throw the left hook and lifted the head up.
Now Shepherd's got a cut over the right eye and a nick under the left. Now, is this how it happened?
Well, the heads were coming very, very close together. I think that could well have been it. And also he's just grazed against the ropes as well, and then he wipes away his eye.
Good work by our backroom team there to pick that up. Fourth round. Shepherd, the challenger in the black trunks. Gallagher defending his championship for the first time in the green. After 3 rounds, Glenn has Gallagher just ahead, and so do I. Not that we've scored each round identically the same. It's been pretty close to call. Gallagher will be hoping that maybe Shepherd's storm may soon subside, but there are not too many indications that is the case at the moment. This man has never heard of reverse gear.
Well, you can expect him to push forward throughout and really test Gallagher, but Gallagher boxing well on the retreat there, doing some nice combinations, but it's really what he's got to do to combat this non-stop assault from Shepherd.
Cut doesn't look too bad for Shepherd. Early on in his career, or earlier, he was stopped by the excellent Justin Juco on the cut as well. Paddy Byrne, good man working the corner for him. That's nice work again with his back to the ropes by Gallagher. Wasn't he clever there to find the angles, stepping to the side too for the right uppercut?
Yes, he landed well there. Some good points scored and got out of range for anything that come back from Shepherd.
Gallagher fighting again with the name of his young son, Danny, emblazoned on his shorts. Danny's usually somewhere in the crowd. I think he's here again tonight. What a bruising encounter this is, of unrelenting pace and commitment. But just the suspicion of the cleaner work from Gallagher at this stage, I think.
And just the cleaner clinching these rounds. But he threw a couple of good left hooks, Gallagher, then Shepherd caught both of them on his arms.
Good combinations from Gallagher, switching to head and body and then trying to get away. Good tactics. Right strategy, you feel.
It's the right strategy, but can he do it for the whole distance? It's going to take an awful lot out of the legs, and really he's going to have to work very hard. He's going to have the fitness and stamina in there.
Right, good shot from Gallagher. I think it's about his most emphatic round so far, and just at the moment Shepherd just lunging a little and looking a bit more wild with his punches. That is Gallagher's round, and I think that's the first one you could say, beyond question, that either man has definitely won it. Welcome back. 4 rounds gone in this British super featherweight title fight. There's the champion, P.J. Gallagher. He's just had a very good 4th.
There's some good rounds. They're all very close. I give Gallagher just nicking it here with the better work inside. And this is good work in that round. He just landed them little uppercuts, little left hooks, and then slid down the ropes out of harm's way.
5th round. Right hand gets through from Shepherd. And it looks like Shepherd's dug deep. He's coming on strong again. Watch the low punches, says referee John Coyle. to Gallagher. This is some sharp work now we're watching from Gallagher, who you feel is just growing in confidence. He maybe feels that he's got through the worst of the opening blitz of Shepherd. But has he? Bit untidy.
A good right hand landed from Shepherd there, just curled around the side of the head, landed solidly. He's really going to test Gallagher here.
He's had good wins in his time too, Shepherd, over Nigel Wenton, Sham Juve, Carl Taylor, as he dramatically improved in 1993. So he's capable of beating good class fighters, this Shepherd. You can see why too. Unquenchable spirit, fierce passion and pride about the man. But give credit here to PJ Gallagher, because so far he's answering the questions, and I think a lot of fighters might have wilted under this kind of storm.
And you see Gallagher throwing a lot of punches there, but Shepherd avoiding most of them, so this is going to take an awful lot out of Gallagher in the arms and tiredness. Some good work just coming in there from Shepherd, avoiding them punches, and then again pushing Gallagher on the ropes and really giving him a bit of a going over. This is a very physical fight.
Isn't it just? Really letting go with those hooks, but walking onto a few, it has to be said, Shepherd, as well, as he did there with the jab in the right hand. Shepherd's style is exactly the kind of thing the Americans would love, isn't it? This walk forward, buzzsaw type aggression. There's even the smile on the referee's face. I think he's enjoying it in there.
Gallagher just got the little bit of room there to land cleanly a couple of left hooks.
Shepherd feeling that one had hit him around the hip, very low. Good punches those by Shepherd, 4 in a row. 2 to the head, left hook to the body in there too. Fans enjoying this at Erith in Kent tonight. Gallagher, who comes from a travelling family, and they have my congratulations for finding the place.
Some good work here from Shepherd. This was a good round. Used his strength well. Just kept the pressure on the ropes here. I think he just edged that round with the aggression.
Gallagher in green, the champion. Yeah, I think Glenn may be right. Shepherd's non-stop commitment in that last round may just have nicked it. Glenn with Gallagher half a point ahead at this stage. But you could certainly argue that some of these rounds, a lot of them in fact so far, might have gone either way. That kind of fight. Shepherd is just determined that he will wear Gallagher down, knock the fight out of him. Both of them almost came up for air for a moment there. I was going to say that stamina, fitness and conditioning may play a big part in this fight, but frankly, these are two guys who really do live the life, the monastic regime, and I think they'll both be in absolutely top condition. They may be able to keep this going more or less the whole way. That's good stuff from Gallagher there.
Because he's just getting a little bit of room now where he can land his hooks.
Word from the Shepherd corner is that the cuts are not serious. The cut by the right eye has only just broken the surface, the other one just a nick, nothing to worry about. Shepherd still coming forward, but doing rather less as he does it this round. And Gallagher's just picking him up with this crisp work at range.
Just the attack from Shepherd, just slowed down a little bit, just allowing Gallagher to have a little bit more room to land his hooks and just get a few more punches going.
Lowish again from Gallagher, who's already been told about that. I think John Kerr just says, make sure you keep it clean. It's a good fight. And again, that was on the borderline from Gallagher. Gallagher just outworking him in this round, I think, Glenn.
Yes, just to clean the work, but he just walked under a solid right hand from Shepherd, who then just bust into a cluster of right hands.
Heads coming dangerously close together. But this is a real brawler, this Charles Shepherd. Tough man from Cumbria.
And you certainly wouldn't want to see such a good fight as this spoiled by a cut from a clash of heads.
There's another low blow from Gallagher in there too. He got away with that one. Good work, left hook to head and body from Gallagher. For my money in this round, just the crisper way. He just pushed down there, Gallagher. It wasn't any hint of a fall. As that round ends, which I've given to Gallagher, I wonder what P.J. Gallagher's hero, former world featherweight champion, Barry McGuigan, what he's making of it. Barry?
Yeah, I think he's doing very well, Gallagher. He's been under sustained pressure, but it was noticeable in the last round that he wasn't being pressurised just quite so much by Shepherd, and there are wee little gaps there that he's allowing Gallagher to get his punches off. Shepherd has absorbed some tremendous body punches during the first 6 rounds there, so they will have an effect on him in the later rounds. But he's an immense amount of strength, Shepherd. He really is a very strong guy, and Gallagher starting to hit him with uppercuts. And John Coyle, I thought, should have warned him before now. He brought the two of them together and told him to start tidying things up a bit. But it's a great fight, and it's going to get better.
Thanks, Barry. A hug from Colin Wilson, who P.J. Gallagher describes as the best trainer in the world. He says you can keep your Emmanuel Stewarts and Eddie Futch as far as I'm concerned. Colin's the man for me. Well, Gallagher's got this far with Wilson. But here we go with round 7. What a performance this is, though, by Shepherd, isn't it, as well?
Yes, a real performance. I think we knew what sort of fight he'd bring. He's always a very gutsy, very strong personality, who really gives his all in a fight, and he's certainly not letting any of us down here. But Gallagher working well under pressure there, letting them hooks go very nicely to the body.
Smashing right uppercut that was from Gallagher, and again Shepherd's got to be careful. He's leaving gaps down the middle, close in. Gallagher's seen that and has got the skills to exploit it. And again a very good whipped kind of uppercut come hook with the left hand from Gallagher. Eye-catching punches from the champion in the first minute of round 7.
Yes, he's showing good skills, Gallagher, but really what do you do under this sort of sustained pressure from Shepherd? It's very, very hard. Gallagher comes back with the answer.
Shepherd's set himself such a fierce pace. Can he maintain it? The moment he just takes his foot off the pedal even slightly, Gallagher really gets to work with some classy combinations. Like these. Little nod there between the two fighters who I think have already gained enormous respect for one another, as fighters do in battles like this.
There's some good work, I think, appreciated by Shepherd. Although Gallagher was dishing it out to Shepherd. Some very good left hooks there from Gallagher.
Here he goes again. Hustle, bustle, brawl and tussle from Charles Shepherd. If we ever had to fight in the trenches, he's the kind of guy you'd want alongside you. These are nice skills now from Gallagher, who's going through his repertoire a little bit in this round. He just has that edge, well, quite a big edge in terms of boxing skills. But having to deal here with an out-and-out walk-forward brawler.
And it's starting to suit Gallagher more and more now. Shepherd just slows down a little bit as he comes forward, gives Gallagher a little bit more room to land his punches, and that catches the referee's eye and scores the points.
Big round for Gallagher, this. He's oozed class in this round. Gallagher's round, and Shepherd hit with the right hand, which he thought might have been after the bell. Don't think it really was. Well, I tell you what, a couple of fights ago when he fought Rakhim Mingalayev, I wondered about PJ Gallagher, whether he really was going to come through towards top level, but he showed he learned lessons in the last fight, and here tonight again, it's looking good, isn't he? Really good, and just demonstrated with that right uppercut, really he just got the angles right, just waited for the right spot, and again there, and just picked that right uppercut, just lifted the chin up. Beautiful shot there from Gallagher. And yes, you're right, Ian, he really is. He's learning by these fights, but this is a young man who wants to go on, wants to win world title, and wants to learn. Body shots as well. And showing, too, in all of this, in these last 3 fights, too, that he's got the bottle, guts, heart and stomach for a battle, which, of course, he will certainly get should they pitch him into a world title fight sometime in the next, well, couple of years. Well, there's certainly not many fighters who put the pressure on quite like Charles Shepherd. And I don't suppose Gallagher will come across many stronger fighters than Shepherd. And Gallagher hasn't won this yet, not by a long chalk. Shepherd isn't done with. 8th round, but Shepherd needs to pick it up again, because I think I've got Gallagher now 3 rounds ahead. How about you, Glenn? Yes, I've got a similar sort of lead. He's just pulling away with some better work, just starting to be a little bit crisper, just keeping his combinations going well. 3 rounds as well, 1.5 points. We have these half points in Britain. Don't ask me why we still do that, but we do. No one else does. Now there goes Shepherd again, trying to pin Gallagher up against the ropes, almost lay on his chest, denying him room to work. But when Gallagher does find room to work like this, you see, he can go through the gears a little. Yes, and for the first time, he's just starting to catch Shepherd quite cleanly and quite regularly, and just rock the head of Shepherd from time to time. It's a pity from Shepherd's point of view, with the style he's got, that he isn't a bigger puncher, that he doesn't have more of a dig, because then he really would be a ferocious handful, wouldn't he? Oh, he really would. I think he's got a little more of a problem with that right eye. It just seems to be opening up, and a little bit more blood around there now. Yes, it's beginning to flow a wee bit more, that blood, and there's a danger that it could obscure his vision a bit, and he may have trouble seeing the left hooks coming from Gallagher. And I think that feeling that blood run down the face has just spurred Charles Shepherd on just a little more. He's tiring, I think, Shepherd now. But every time you think that, he digs further down into the depths of his soul for another effort. All those miles of running in the Pennines, all those rounds of sparring, this is where the fighters get the payoff. In a long, hard, grueling, strength-sapping battle like this one. I think that was a low punch from Gallagher there. I've told you a few times about that, says John Coyle. He's on dodgy ground with those low blows, Gallagher now. There's a pretty stern talking to from John Coyle. Shepherd may have drawn fresh inspiration from that. Oh no, Gallagher turns in there as the bell goes to end the 8th round. It's a bit of a thriller, isn't it? It is. It's a very good fight. You can see the crowd really appreciating this fight. He's given his all, Charles Shepherd, pushing forward all he can. The cut's getting a little bit worse, but he's still just trying to push Gallagher against the ropes and work away with punches to the body, switching to the head. I think this way the cut may have just opened up
a little bit. Some good work from Gallagher around the left side there, really working that body, and that final left hook just could have done the damage there.
I'm just wondering how the referee, John Coyle, who's scoring this alone, would have scored that round, because he gave such a talking to Gallagher that I wonder if he made a mental deduction. It was a closest round and gave the round to Shepherd, because unlike world title fights, we don't know if there's been a deduction.
That's right. I couldn't say. I don't think he would have deducted it. I think he would have maybe made more of a point of it, but he did stop the action.
Yes, he did. We'll see. All will be revealed later on. Gallagher, we think, Glenn McCrory and I, a couple of rounds ahead at this point. 9th round, due to go 12, of course. Good right hand from Shepherd on the way in. The fire from the challenger has not been doused just yet.
Good strong right hand from Shepherd, really drove Gallagher back into that corner.
And if Shepherd is going to wear Gallagher down with these pressure tactics, we're at the kind of stage of the fight where it just might happen. But I must admit, Gallagher shows no signs so far of wilting. He's stood firm. Right hand gets through from Shepherd that time.
But good work on the retreat there. Real eye-catching work with the left hook and the right uppercut.
Quite impressive the way he can fight like that going backwards.
Especially
a good fighter
with Shepherd pushing him back so strongly to manage to plant his feet and land them hooks.
Good right hand too from Gallagher, who planted his feet for that one. Shepherd is more tired now. Starting to walk into punches. He's prepared to take them to keep up this pressure. It's a mountainous effort from the Cumbrian. These two, I think, are going to fight each other to the point of exhaustion. What a rough, hard fight this is.
A good little right hand there from Gallagher. He just turned Shepherd so well in that little counter. But Shepherd never stops, comes charging back in.
Well, boxing has its critics, and sometimes those criticisms are justified. But I tell you, when you see a fight as good as this, it is a privilege to be ringside to witness the pride and professionalism and conditioning of these two men. The pair of them are covering themselves in glory in there.
Well, it really shows how much pride and how much will to win both these fighters have. Two very determined young men.
Said it before, say it again. In a fight like this, whatever they're getting paid, it's not enough. Let's hear more from Barry McGuigan.
I think that this could turn out to be the fight of the year. Absolutely brilliant fight. Flat out the whole way through. Gallagher's starting to take over. Although they're both tired, I still think that Gallagher is distinctly fresher, his punches are harder, and he's beginning to grind Shepherd down. That right hand of Gallagher's is the one he should be using more often. He should be pulling the right uppercut up and the right hand over the top as well. But the work is, some of this work on the inside here is absolutely brilliant. These guys have fought at a ferocious pace. Great right hand from Shepherd, and he's still there. He's got an amazing ability to take punches, and he's such a determined guy, you can never rule him out. Gallagher's done some brilliant twisting and turning. Look at that right hand. More of that sort of work from him, and he may be able to stop Shepherd, but it won't be easy. Great fight.
Here to that. Thanks a lot, Barry. 10th round. There are 9 minutes left in this battle for the British super featherweight title. He may have big plans for Gallagher, but he's been saying what he really wants, first of all, is to have a Lonsdale belt outright. And to do that, you have to have 3 British title victories. This will be the second, if he can prevail. Oh, again, Shepherd gets him with the right hand. And again, you're left reflecting, what if he was a bigger hitter? Well, whatever happens with Shepherd here, when he goes back to Cumbria, he certainly won't be able to think, well, if only I'd done a wee bit more. He could not have done more than he's doing here.
Well, this is a real credit to his strength and fitness that he's pushing so hard in this 10th round.
Credit too to his trainer, Jack Doughty. Let's give him a pat on the back as well.
Stop boxing! Stop boxing!
John Coyle, the referee, can hardly keep the smile off his face. I think he's enjoying it as much as everybody else here. Just back from Japan, the referee, where he refereed a world middleweight title fight. Oh, that's a good right hand from Gallagher. And again, that was a lowish blow from Gallagher. Shepherd didn't even bother to complain about it. He just got on with it.
I think this is the man who really enjoys the fight in there, Shepherd. But Gallagher's working well again this round, just getting a little untidy because they're both very tired and mauling in close there. But Gallagher's landing with some good clean shots in this round.
The pace has been so unrelenting and so frantic and so fearsome that I just wonder, might one of these two just be very close to the point where there is absolutely nothing left in the tank? Might we see a dramatic development late on?
Well, they're both just rolling about, they're looking very tired now.
And Shepherd still prepared to give it absolutely everything. Well, we said about 3 rounds ago we thought he was tiring. I think he was, but he just keeps on producing something extra. Gallagher is looking now as if all that pressure just might be getting to him a little bit. He's looked a bit less sprightly on the legs in this round.
Yes, he started the round very well with some good clean punches, but just towards the second half of this round, he's looked very tired, and Shepherd's managed to bull him about, and he's been looking to hold inside Gallagher.
Deep breath from Gallagher. Quite glad, I think, to hear the bell to end that round. And I think I might have just given that one to Shepherd, you know. Now, let's have a look at the two of them if we can, and we can see through the trainers, so to speak. Mick Williamson's there as well, with Colin Smith in that corner. And Jack Doughty, of course, as we've mentioned earlier, working with Charles Shepherd. Paddy Byrne in the corner too, doing the cuts. He's done a good job again.
Yes, and he come back from a good start from Gallagher, really to press forward. There's that good right hand from Gallagher. But Shepherd, he took what Gallagher had to dish out at the beginning of the round, and just through sheer power and strength, pushed so well at the end of that round. Again, it's that good right hand from Gallagher. A very even round to score that, with Gallagher having the best at the beginning, Shepherd the best at the end.
Both of these two, by the way, former lightweights who unusually have moved down in weight. From 9 stone 9 down to this 9 stone 4 pounds division. Gallagher has had the minute's rest. We thought he was beginning to just tire. At the moment, there's the scorecard. Gallagher's got it by 3 rounds on Glenn McCrory's scorecard. I have it a little narrower than that myself. Will there be something dramatic late on here? Don't rule it out. Frank Maloney there, who handles Gallagher, standing there in his cream jacket in the Gallagher corner, as is his wont, living every second with his fighter. He's got big hopes for Gallagher. Watch the rabbit punch, says John Coyle to Charles Shepherd. Another unfussy, impressive display by referee Coyle.
But notice with Gallagher looking tired and not really getting as many clean punches off, looking to hold inside. The Shepherd again bullying forward. Scoring points now, Shepherd, with these hooks inside.
Works a bit untidy, though, isn't it, in this round? Chance of PJ from the Gallagher fans. Sure, Members of his family are here as well. I don't know if his cousin, Patrick Blue Boy Gallagher, is here. Also a professional. A couple of his brothers are boxers too. Gallagher is tired and is doing less, and Shepherd keeps on coming on strong, and well, he's hoping that maybe he can force a late breakthrough.
Well, this is going to be very, very strength-sapping, having a man as strong as Gallagher constantly pushing you back and landing these punches inside.
Now that's good from Gallagher there. Oh, and Shepherd almost fell through the ropes. He gets up smiling. Just lost his balance for a moment, more than the effect of any single punch. That looked tired from Shepherd. He missed by about 2 yards with one of those punches. Gallagher just starting to pick it up again in the last minute of the round, learning the old pro's trick, hoping the last thing the referee remembers will influence his scorecard. But Shepherd had been putting on a lot of pressure, remember, for the first 2 minutes of this round. What an excellent fight this is. Both very, very tired now, and they have every right to be.
Shepherd just doing a little more at the beginning of this round, maybe to take it, but a good end of the round from Gallagher. But I think Shepherd just scraped home with more work in that one.
Well, there's one round to go, so I have to ask you, Glenn, what your scorecard now says.
Well, I think I've got Gallagher just winning by 2 rounds. But a lot of the rounds been very close. Really, how the referees, it's how he's going to score, whether the sheer pressure, the bull-like work of Shepherd, or the cleaner, lighter punches inside from Gallagher.
Some of those early rounds, too, were on the tough side to score, so who knows what John Coyle's scorecard. It may well depend on the last round. I think this is on the closest side. I mean, our best guess is that Gallagher is just ahead going into the last round, but it has to be a best guess. That is in the nature of boxing, of course. No big electronic scoreboard here with the scores written up on it. Last round, the last 3 minutes. 2 rounds is how Glenn McCrory sees it, to Gallagher going into the last. If he's right, Shepherd's going to need certainly a knockdown. Gallagher's work rate has definitely dropped off, though, in the last 3 rounds of the fight. But here he goes with those combinations again. This is what he needs, those clusters. That's good punching, crisp work, lovely skills from Gallagher. He's still got enough about him. And Shepherd just looking a bit bemused and befuddled now. Gallagher suddenly producing some real quality late in the fight, just when you thought he didn't have that left in him.
Just showing the mark of a champion there, to work like that at the end. But Shepherd, what a tough kid he is, pushing forward all the time. Really, we've got to applaud both these men's fitness. They must have worked terrifically well for this fight.
Wouldn't want to make an enemy of Charles Shepherd. Oh, down goes Gallagher. There is the knockdown. Right hand punch did it. And a tired Gallagher. He's up with the count at 8, and now he has to get home with 1 minute and 25 seconds left. He's holding on for dear life, a dramatic finish here. Well, I said there might be something like this because they're both so tired, and Shepherd can steal this right in the closing stages. He knows it too. He's going to throw everything. Gallagher had done the better work in the round until that point. Gallagher looking unsteady on his feet, his gloves low too, right uppercut. Very, very anxious moments for both him and his corner. Shepherd bulls him against the ropes again and thuds home the body punches. At last, Gallagher's head, you feel, just starts to clear a bit more. What a final round, what a fight. One of the great fights in a British ring in recent times we've been seeing here tonight.
Shepherd's strength, really just pushing forward, trying to land his clubbing punches. You just feel Gallagher getting a little bit of snap back, starting to land a few of his own.
We will know the result of this instantaneously when it's finished, because the referee will lift one hand or the other. Has Shepherd done enough? 10 seconds. No knockdown there. Has Shepherd done enough in the final few rounds to maybe get this? That's the question. Has Gallagher just held on? Gallagher has held on. Shepherd cannot believe it, but PJ Gallagher, in as good a fight as you're likely to see in a British ring, retains the British super featherweight title, and nobody here will be asking for their money back. Charles Shepherd says no way. He can't believe he's been beaten.
But what a fight, what an absolute tremendous fight. Both these men give their absolute all, and Shepherd is a little bit aggrieved that he didn't win, but certainly it must have been a close decision. But a wonderful fight, must rank as certainly a contender for fight of the year, if not a definite winner.
Well, fancy fighting, a fight as big as Shepherd fought there and still coming out on the losing end. It was a fight that nobody really deserved to lose. It was that good. And Shepherd will have a very strong case for getting another shot at the title in the pretty near future. He's still saying, how didn't I get it? But of course, fighters from inside the rope sometimes see a different fight. But Gallagher really was hanging on by his fingertips at the death there.
He really was, and I would have scored the last round, a 10-9 round to Shepherd, in which on my card it would have made it a draw. That's how close I thought it was.
Glenn's scorecard says 117 each, a draw, which still would have meant Gallagher retaining the title. I've got it level too, but the referee may have liked the crisper punching of Gallagher earlier on. Depends a lot, I think, on how some of those earlier rounds are scored. Let's hear what the scoring was. That's interesting. We'll find out now from our MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, star referee John Quayle scores the contest. For Shepherd, 116.5 points. For Gallagher, 117 points. The winner.
Well, Gallagher won it by half a point. By 1 round, the equivalent of 1 round. It was as tight as that. Glenn McCrory and I had it even, but Gallagher comes through the most grueling of battles and a last round scare and knockdown to hold on to his title. And whatever they do next with him, he needs a good long rest after a fight as hard as that. Preferably about 4 or 5 months, I would say, Glenn, wouldn't you?
I think he would need a very long rest. That was an unbelievably hard fight. I think it certainly would make a tremendous return, and I think Charles Shepherd will be pitching in to try and get one. But credit, he's very disappointed.
That's agony for Charles Shepherd. He fought a great fight tonight. He really did. There's Danny Boy coming in, PJ's little boy. There's smiles now. And I don't know, I've said this before, I'm playing spoil sports again. Children at fights like that, I mean, I wonder, watching your dad in a fight as hard as that and dumped on the floor, what do you think?
Well, obviously it's what the family want. Their boys, he's used to it. He knows his father's a fighter. He's proud of his father. And, he must like being there. He didn't seem in any distress. He certainly packed a good right hand on Barry McGuigan's chin.
He did. He knocked McGuigan out, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, right hand. He'd probably be another fighter himself. So, yeah, he's not worried. PJ's not worried. And he's still a champion. And you really do feel